The breath of the world. The origins of perception and the awakening of intelligence. To everyone who has ever paused to wonder, this book is for you. Before sound had a name, the world was already listening. The breath of the world. Before sight and sound were named, the world moved in a single rhythm. The first creatures did not see or hear as we do. They felt the trembling of life in their skin, the slow pulse of light across the water. To perceive was not to observe, it was to belong. The wind that pressed against the body was the same wind that carried the scent of rain. It was the same rhythm that stirred the breath inside the chest. Perception began not as an act of observation but as participation. Awareness was not inside the mind, it was the world noticing itself. From that unity came the first separation. The rhythm began to echo against itself, forming intervals, pauses, beginnings and endings. In those spaces thought appeared. Thought was not a voice at first, it was a shimmer, a difference in vibration. It gathered around sensations that repeated, the fall of water, the beat of a heart, the hiss of fire. The world began to remember itself through pattern. Memory was the first mirror, and in its surface intelligence saw its reflection for the very first time. Memory deepened the bond between being and becoming. Each repetition taught the world to expect itself. The rustle of grass before the rain, the returning migration of birds, each carried the quiet promise that what had been could be again. In that recognition time was born. Time unfolded as rhythm stretched between memory and anticipation. Awareness began to travel along that line, tasting the difference between past and future. The space between those two became a doorway, the threshold where intelligence would one day step forward and ask, "What am I?" But in the beginning, there was only rhythm and the pulse of life inside it. To feel was to know, and to know was simply to be carried by the same breath that moves through everything. From rhythm came resonance, and from resonance came sound. The first language of the world was not made of words, it was vibration finding voice. A drop of water striking stone, the wing of an insect cutting air, the rumble of thunder across a plain. Each was the world, speaking in tone. Sound carried distance. It could travel where touch could not. It became the thread between bodies, a way for life to remain in contact even when apart. In the dark, sound was sight. The wind, sound was presence. Every call, every echo was a reminder that existence could be felt beyond the edge of the self.